Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare
जय
Hare
श्री
Ram
कृष्ण
Ram
चैतन्य
Ram
प्रभु
Ram Hare
नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण everyone. So today is 16th of January 2024. It is a Tuesday and Narayana Masa or Pausha Masa Shukla Paksham and Sastya Tithi. So there are no events today. So we shall begin to the Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Parikshit Maharaj is doing Prayopaveta. Now, because of this determination, all the celestial people, so they have showered their flowers and they are also very happy and they also beaten the celestial drums. Later on, the sages assembled there. They are also glorifying Parikshit Maharaj about his determination. And they're starting to Maharshiyo vai samupakataye prashishya sadhu iti anumodamanaha. Sadhu iti anumodamanaha. They're saying, very good, O Parikshit, whatever you are doing, it is very good. Sadhu iti अनुमोदमानाः ऊचुः प्रजानुग्रहशीलसाराः यदुत्तमश्लोकगुणाभिरूपम्. And what kind of people are there? So they are like equally having the similar qualities as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. प्रजानुग्रहशीलसाराः यदुत्तमश्लोकगुणाभिरूपम्. So they are appreciating Parikshit Maharaj, saying that whatever his decision is, that is perfect. So today, further though, all these saintly great sages and Brahmanas, they are saying to Parikshit Maharaj about the wonder they are feeling in their hearts about the Parikshit Maharaj determination. So they are saying that, O king, whatever you are doing, this is not at all astonishing to us because you are always uh, walk in the footsteps of Lord Krishna. And even though the kingdom, it is decorated with so many other kings, there are Yudhishthira has performed the Rajasuya sacrifice. At that time, so many kings have been offered their humble obeisances to Yudhishthira, and then later on, that dynasty is being inherited to Parikshit Maharaj. So it is decorated with so many helmets of other kings. Such a position is your dynasty. So now you are leaving that the throne and all the home and kingdom and everything very quickly just because to become one of the associates of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It is not at all astonishing to us. So likewise, these great sages are saying. So we are in the first canto, chapter 19, verse number 20. न वा इदं राजस्य वर्यचित्रं भवत्सु कृष्णं सम् अनुरतेषु ये अध्यासनं राजकिरीटदुष्टं सज्जो जहुर्भगवत पार्श्वकामाः एवं च तस्मिन् नवा इदं राजस्य वर्यचित्रं. Nava, so it is not like this. So like what? Navaidam Rajasya Varya, O king. Chitram. Chitram is astonishing. So we are not thinking this one as a astonishing activity. Navaidam Rajasya Varya Chitram. O Rajasya Varya, we don't feel this one as astonishing. Bhavatsu Krishnam Sam Anuvrateshu and Bhavatsu Krishnam. So all of you, Bhavatsu Krishnam Sam Anuvrateshu and Krishnam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, Bhavatsu Krishnam Sam Anuvrateshu, unto those who are strictly in the line of some Anuvrateshu. They are walking in the footsteps of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. When Yudhishthira has inherited Vasudeva Anumoditaha. So just exactly as proved by Krishna, Yudhishthira has followed all the instructions of Krishna. And the similar kind of lineage is being inherited to Parikshit. Parikshit is also some Anuvrateshu, Bhavatsu Krishnam, some Anuvrateshu. They are walking in the footsteps of Krishna. Ye Adhyasanam Raja Kirita Justam. Ye Adhyasanam. So those who seated on the throne of the Hastinapura, who are ruling the entire world, which is surrounded by all the oceans. Ye Adhyasanam Raja Kirita Justam, which is Justam, it is decorated with what? Raja Kirita, so many kings' helmets. This is the helmets of kings. Ye Adhyasanam Raja Kirita Justam, Sajjojehur Bhagat Pasha Kamaha. Sajjojehur. So there, and now, O Parikshit Maharaj, you are immediately giving up Sajjojehur Bhagat Pashvakamaha, just to become the associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is Kamaha, the desiring to become the associate of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Bhagat Pashva Kamaha. So all these material things are temporary. So you know all these things. So Bhagat Pashva Kamaha. So to become associate of the Lord, you're immediately leaving all these appliances. Savaidam Rajasya Vadichitram Bhavatsu Krishnam Sam Anuvrateshu Ye Adhyasanam Raja Kirita Justam Sajjo Jahur Bhagat Pashva Kamaha. So translation for this was, the great sages said, O chief of all the saintly kings of the Pandu dynasty, who are strictly in the line of Lord Shri Krishna, it is not at all astonishing that you give up your throne, which is decorated with the helmets of many kings, to achieve eternal association with the personality of Godhead. Purport by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Foolish politicians who hold political administrative posts, thinking that the temporary posts they occupy are the highest material gain of life, and therefore they stick to those posts even up to the last moment of life, without knowing that achievement of liberation as one of the associates of the Lord in his eternal abode is the highest gain of life. The human life is meant for achieving this end. The Lord has assured us in the Bhagavad Gita many times that going back to Godhead, his eternal abode, is the highest achievement. Prahlad Maharaja, while praying to Lord Nrsimhadeva, said, O my Lord, I am very much afraid of this materialistic way of life, and I am not the least afraid of your present ghastly ferocious feature as Nrsimhadeva. The materialistic way of life is something like a grinding stone, and we are being crushed by it. We have fallen into this horrible whirlpool of the tossing waves of life. And thus, my Lord, I pray at your lotus feet to call me back to your eternal abode as one of your servitors. This is the summit liberation of this materialistic way of life. I have very bitter experience of the materialistic way of life. In whichever species of life I have taken birth, compelled by the force of my own activities, I have very painfully experienced two things, namely separation from my beloved and meeting with what is not wanted. And to counteract them, the remedies which I undertook were more dangerous than the disease itself. So I drift from one point to another, birth after birth, and I pray to you, therefore, to give me a shelter at your lotus feet. The Pandava kings, who are more than many saints of the world, knew the bitter results of the materialistic way of life. They were never captivated by the glare of the imperial throne they occupied, and they sought always the opportunity of being called by the Lord to associate with him eternally. Maharaja Parikshit was the worthy grandson of Maharaja Yudhishthira. Maharaja Yudhishthira gave up the imperial throne to his grandson, and similarly, Maharaja Parikshit, the grandson of Maharaja Yudhishthira, gave up the imperial throne to his son Janamejaya. That is the way of all the kings in the dynasty, because they are all strictly in the line of Lord Krishna. Thus, the devotees of the Lord are never enchanted by the glare of materialistic life, and they live impartially, unattached to the objects of the false, illusory, materialistic way of life. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is very beautiful purport, and here Parikshit Maharaj, he is leaving everything, all the opulent home, family and everything. Instead of counteracting the Brahmana's curse, he is leaving everything. And then he is doing the Prayopavesha. These great sages, they are not at all astonishing to see the Parikshit Maharaj's determination. So this is what Krishna says. One should be equally why. So this is what Krishna mentions in the Bhagavad Gita, in always equal to. So those verses are in the 12th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Krishna mentions that in the last 12th what is that one? Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitra karuna evacha nirmamo nirahankaraha samadukka sukhakshami santushtaha satam yogi yatatma dodhanishchayaha mayarpita manobuddhi yo madbhaktaha same priyaha. So likewise, Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, and here Parikshit, he is equally towards the pains and pleasures, equipoised. There are so many things in Bhagavad, not only in the Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, all our Vedic scriptures only diverts one to the devotional service only, towards Krishna only. Prabhupada here mentioning about the Prahlada's prayers. It is very, very beautiful. It is a materialistic way of life is something like a grinding stone, and we are being crushed by it. Every moment our desires are increasing, our body is declining, deteriorating from its steadiness. So until it will keep on growing, so our desires are also growing. But when desires grow more and the body turns deteriorating, it is so painful situation. When we have got all attachments to the family and friends and everything, then body doesn't work properly. When we know all the things planned properly, I know each and every corner of how to counteract this particular thing. At that time, our body doesn't support. And here Prahlad Maharaja, he is saying about the two things, namely separation from my beloved and meeting with what is not wanted. So this is, and here the remedies which Prahlad Maharaj is saying, I undertook were more dangerous than the disease itself. The remedies are more dangerous than the disease itself. Whatever the counteraction, it is more dangerous. If there is a problem, that's why Prabhupada always says, just simply experience whatever the pain is coming as it is, without counteracting it. So Prahlad Maharaj says here, it is more dangerous. The remedies which I undertook were more dangerous than the disease itself. So I drift from one point to another, birth after birth. I pray to you, therefore, to give me a shelter at your lotus feet. It is very beautiful prayers of Prahlad Maharaj Prabhupada is mentioning here. And here, at the last moment, everyone has to remember the Supreme Antakale Jamameva Smaran Muktva Kalevaram Yat Prayat Samadbhavam Yatinas Yatra Samsayaha. One has to remember Krishna Antakale Jamameva just only me only. So here Parikshit, he is determined. So still he has got 7 days. He is determined to sit only to hear Krishna Katha. And great sages are saying, Sadhu iti anumodamanaha. They are saying, well, it is very good. Whatever you are doing, that is very good. So likewise, they are also approving everything here. Whatever Maharaj Parikshit is doing. Okay, that is one very beautiful point. And here, when we see the Pandavas and most of these dynasties, most of the kings, they leave the home and then go to the forest and engage themselves in the meditation. Vivikta Desha Sevitvam, Aratirjana Samsadi, and they live in the lonely places far away from the common crowd of the people. So likewise, like Maharaja Yudhishthira, he went leaving all these things and just keeping his hair scattered, wearing only white clothes. He left the Himalayas for Mahaprasthana, and also now Parikshit Maharaj is doing. And previously, Dhritarashtra left, Vidura left, and Gandhari also left. They achieved the liberation. And now Maharaja Parikshit. So he is not going to the forest, but among the devotees association, he is hearing Krishna Katha. And so that Srimad Bhagavatam has appeared and to give light to everyone else. Krishna Sudhamopakate Dharma Jnanadibisaha. Kalu Nasadrushamesha Puranarko Adunoditaha. Just like a sun, so this Srimad Bhagavatam appeared for all of us just like a light in the darkness. So, devotee of the Lord are never enchanted the glare of materialistic life, and they have impartially unattached to objects of the false, illusory, materialistic way of life. Okay, so that is a beautiful purport. We shall quickly enter into Srila Prabhupada's diary letter. So, Nava idam rajasya vadya chitram bhavatsu krishnam sam anuhriteshu. Ye adhyasnam raj kirita justam sadhyo jahur bhagavata pashva kamaha. Likewise, the sages are saying to Parikshit Maharaj. So, letter to Aniruddha, December 7, 1969, London. And it's a small letter. Can I request any dear devotees to read this letter? Okay, I shall read it. My dear Aniruddha, please accept my blessings. I am in due receipt of your letter dated December 2, 1969, and it is very encouraging that Sachi Devi is coming. I know she is a very nice girl, so if you agree to marry her, then you must treat her very nicely so that you can live very peacefully. Our marriages are never meant for separation. You must live together very peacefully in all circumstances. Our Vamanadeva, after marriage, has opened a new center in St. Louis, and they are doing very well. So, as far as Hansadatta is concerned, immediately there is no possibility of his leaving Berkeley Center. It is very important center, and as you say, he is doing very well. You require to stay there, husband and wife, and improve the center very magnificently. If you want to open a center, you are already experienced, and you should do it independently. Please continue to read the literature very attentively. Try to understand very soberly, and you will feel ecstasy undoubtedly. The more we understand the spiritual literatures, the more we become engladdened. Lord Chaitanya has written Anandam Bhuri Bardhanam. This means the ocean of bliss is always increasing. So continue to execute your duties with enthusiasm and patience. And I am certain Krishna will be pleased make you successful in all accounts. I hope this will make you in good health. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. It's a very beautiful letter, inspiring to open a new center independently and after learning from the existing centers and how the husband and wife are carrying. And also Prabhupada is stressing to read the literatures very attentively, and it would make one Anandambhati Bardhanam. The bliss is always increasing, ocean of bliss. So, any points, dear devotees, from this letter? Takeaway points. Okay, so in this letter, Prabhupada is mentioning, so generally marriages are decided by the parents. Here, Prabhupada is just suggesting to get married to the same disciples or devotees so that their life will be very happy and peaceful, and encouraging devotees to open new center, husband, wife, and together they can do so many miracles in Krishna consciousness to open a center and continue the legacy, Krishna consciousness movement. So, and also Prabhupada is encouraging to read all the scriptures. It would become engladdened. Spiritual literature, the more we become engladdened, the more we understand, then we become engladdened. So there are so many things. It would always keep on increasing. This happiness is always, bliss is always increasing. So, but only what we need to do, continue to execute duties with enthusiasm and patience. And Krishna will be pleased and make us successful on all accounts. And Prabhupada is wishing with good health to everyone. So that is from takeaway points from this letter. Okay. Any other additions? Any comments to add? Okay. From the announcements point of view, so today evening we have got session with Devashish Prabhuji. So Prabhuji is going to speak to us today at 8 p.m. That is the only upcoming event. So that's all from the announcements point of view. And dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. पंचकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण कॉन्शियस जय कृष्ण जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री